Hey y'all, I hope y'all can see this now. I've been trying to tape for the longest time, but something has been like really going on with my phone. So what's going on with me? I'm just getting off of work. I had a really great day today. Everything was cool today. It's some things that kind of like frustrated me, but I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Okay, what frustrates me? Okay, what frustrated me today? I feel like this, like the line of business that I do, I feel like people call the girl to come in to get, how can I say, without being whatever. When it comes to sales, I'm really good at sales, y'all. I mean, I'm good. I mean, I'm not trying to be conceited or anything, but I can sell water to a well. I really can. I would be telling that well, let me tell you something. This right here is the water, baby. Like, I'm really good at it. And I just feel like if you go to a position and you were sitting at 92% and the girl walks through the door and bringing you up tonight like 97% in like 3 days, what's up with an offer? Because I'm like, if you don't do it, if I go somewhere else, I'm gonna be your competition, and you don't want that. I guess, I don't know, that was something that was kind of like frustrating me. But then I realized, I'm like, well, maybe God doesn't really want me to be there. And sometimes I realize this too, like, some people see your potential, and some people, they may just want to use your gift for that particular moment until you can get them where they at, and then they will be like, okay, well, we don't need you anymore. Or some people, you know, they want to wait it out. I don't know what it's all about, but I just feel like, you know, when I get called in for these jobs, it's like you get me there and I'm rocking out, and then it's just like, okay, so what's up? You know, like, I got a baby to feed here. So you either going to give me the money that I want, that I need, or I'm just going to have to look elsewhere. And then also, too, I'm going to tell you something, too, that really kind of like, I'm just talking to y'all. I'm going to tell you something, too, that really kind of like get to me, you know, is that in this field, I've been doing it for, how old am I? I've been doing this thing for almost, 15 years. And it's people that I've trained that are in, or I don't know, when people look at me, like, look at my resume. You know, me even taking this position is a downgrade from what I do anyway. And I'm not complaining. Don't take it as a complaint. I'm just like, look, if you got a winning team, why not keep the winning team? If your team is performing and it's working and it's grinding and you hitting moves to the point that you got the main office celebrating, why not keep that team? You never lose. Let me tell you something, y'all. I learned from Napoleon. What's his name? Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Is that his name? I learned from him that he was like, you know, his wife, before it was his wife, he married her because she was a great asset. He said, and he didn't want to lose it, so he married her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where when it's working for you, you better keep it. Because if you don't, you may find out that it's going to be your competition in the long run. So, yeah, yesterday, Synthy's had a, I took off from work. And I'm going to tell you something that I really learned about, single parent in motherhood, okay? When the baby is sick, everything stops. My baby had the day before yesterday, she had 103 temperature, y'all. I was in that giant battling that daggone temperature. You hearing me? I was patting her down, had to put her in the coat. She was screaming, ah! Had to put her, like, chill her body, and I didn't want to do that, but I needed that temperature to drop. I was giving her Motrin, Tylenol. I'm like, oh, come on, putting the thermometer on. My baby was just like, just moaning like a little baby whale. And then finally the temperature broke. And I looked at her the next day. You know, I'm like, I got to go to work. Maybe she can go. I'm looking at my baby. I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. And at first I'm like, what are they gonna say? She comes first. She comes first. So I went ahead and told them, sorry, but due to my daughter's temperature, my daughter is not feeling good. I will not be able to make it into work. And I thank God it was just a cold. It was just a regular cold, you know. Those are some scary moments, because, you know, when they're babies, you know, you know, they're really clingy, really clingy, but it worked out good. So I've been trying to talk to y'all for a minute. So God is good, y'all. I can't complain at all. I really can't. You know, and nothing is permanent. I mean, people get jobs. One minute they here, next minute they not there, you know. But I sometimes be feeling like, Lord, you know, I'm not hating, but how come this person right here been doing this for 2 years, and I've been doing this for 15 years? And you know, sometimes God will see how you will react in the certain positions that you're in, and see if you will humble yourself, and he may move you on to something better. So while you're there, you need to get to know or learn something from somebody. But you know what's really amazing is that I met one of the new people that are there, and we got to talking or whatever like that. And she was telling me, I asked her how long has she been doing the work, and she's been doing in the business for about a couple of years, right? But her main passion was as an archaeologist. I said, really? And you know, it really surprised me, because I love stuff like that. And so she was telling me, yeah, but you know, you have to have money and going into debt and into school. And I was just like, oh. And so this was more of a backdrop for her to do. Like, this is not really her passion. It's just basically it pays the bills, which I totally understand. But I can understand too, I can see her frustration where you work so hard for something that you basically went into debt for, and you're not even pursuing that career. And when she started talking about, you know, loans and student loans, and how a lot of people they dealt with that, like a lot of her peers. And I was like, dang, you know, college is not for everybody. But you know, I've heard stories where people come from dental school and colleges, and they're owing almost like house notes, mortgages and stuff, you know, $100,000 here, $200,000 there, and they spend the remainder of their adult life paying back those loans, you know, trying to pursue a career. But you know, I got a chance to really get to know her. She was really cool and really nice, you know. So it was one of those things where, like, I told her, like, I really could see her doing something like that as an archaeologist. And I told her I really like stuff like that. Like, I've always wanted to, like, dig up something and be like, look what I discovered. But you know, I could see that this wasn't really her passion, but more so of it pays the bills, you know. So I'm just asking God to really, like, I guess, you know, more having a permanent position, I guess, would kind of make me feel okay. But you know, nothing is permanent, you know, not even for those who have a permanent position. You know, how many people have been let go or downsized? Even government right now is going through some issues. I just thank God every day that I got a job, you know. And I just said, okay, I'm not going to trip about whether or not I'm being offered it. I'm just going to go ahead and rock it out and just put this extra property on my resume and just keep it moving. I'm the cleanup girl. That's what they call me, the cleanup lady. You know how they say, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. No, who you gonna call? Mona Hines. I had properties like request me, like, we want her back. That's because I'm bringing in y'all them leases, making y'all millions of dollars. I will call me back too. Shoot. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get this stuff real quick. It's a long day at work. I can't wait to go see my baby when I get home. Some fees. I miss my baby. She's so stupid. There was something else I needed to speak to y'all about, but I forgot. totally forgot what I was going to talk to y'all about. I forgot. I'll remember it. Gosh, my hair. I'll remember it in a minute. I will remember it. Hold on, y'all. I just forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. So not only was Symphony sick, but Solo was sick too. So I had a dog throwing up, and he had the runs. I was like, Solo, what the heck did you eat? He's probably looking at me like that can of Beneful that you gave me. You know my system ain't right. I'm like, oh, Solo, please. Y'all was down there using that daggone steam cleaner, scrubbing up poo on the ground. I mean, just, we're going to have to hire a professional person to go through and really do a deep scrub, because Solo was just all over the place. I was like, oh. But you know what I remember with my ex-husband? When we were staying together, and Solo ate the wrong thing, and he had the runs. And when we walked in the house, my face was like, Solo. Here go Matt. Babe, it was an accident. He looks, what did he say? He's really embarrassed about this. And I looked at Solo like, yeah, he do look like, kind of like Mamas. You know him too. Like, even that reminded me of what he said, because when I saw him, I was like, Solo looking at me like, Mamas, you know I'm too old for this. It's that canned food that you gave me, that pedigree. You know I don't eat that, but I ate it anyway. And it just didn't sit right. Hold on real quick. I think they put some poison up in there. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. Hold on. It'll be like 2 minutes. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Yeah, so other than that, Symphys was not feeling good. Solo was not feeling good. And I thought I was going to come down with something, and I was like, oh, no. But was that all I wanted to speak to y'all about? No, there was something else. But I forgot what I wanted to say. Hey, lady. There was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about, but I forgot. Oh, yeah. This morning, y'all, I was feeling I was feeling so confident. Have y'all ever seen that movie called Two Can Play That Game? And remember when Vivica Fox was like, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I'm a sister. I was like, okay, I was ready to go to work. Because I'm going to tell you something. When Symphony was not feeling good, I was like, but I got to go to work. And she, it's my baby. I was like, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all cool and all, but And I got to show y'all my new design. Bam. Bam. Y'all see them nails? Oh, I don't mean to do that. Y'all see them nails? on. I did it myself. YouTube teach you everything. My sparkles. Thank you. I did it myself. Only cost me 50 cents for these little these gadgets. And so everybody's doing these little Swiss of diamonds. I said I want to do some too, so I ordered some from eBay. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell y'all. So the other day, right, I decided to take a tour to the pawn shop, you know, to see if they had like little lockets and stuff on the inside. So I go inside of the pawn shop and I see this huge turquoise ring, and you know, I just look like that thing off of what is it, A Secret NIMH? And I was like, sparkly. It was just huge. And so my ring finger has been itching. So that's why I got this. My niece, she made this a long time ago when she was 14. So I needed something like to go on my finger. Like I figured, okay, I can't wear my wedding band. I mean, I can, but I'm not wearing that. I'm not wearing my other ring. So let me just, you know, find something to just go on that finger, right? And I was looking at that, like, okay, I was on eBay. And they had these antique rings that were like Art Deco. And so I love, y'all know I love antique stuff. And so these were real gold, and they had like beautiful stones. They had a yellow stone that I really wanted. So I went to bid. I'm like, okay, the most I could pay for this is probably like 100 and some change. So I'm all bidding. And somebody comes out of nowhere and bid 400. I was like, oh, they won. I'm going to let that go. So anyway, so I walks in the pawn shop, right? And I see this huge, and I don't know, I may just go back and be like, I like it. I seen this huge ring, and I'm like, ooh. And so the ring was going for 500, but the guy was like, I can bring it down. So he brought it down to 200. I'm like, I don't know, because y'all know I'm a negotiator. Y'all know I'm a negotiator. So he brought it down to 150. And so I'm all trying it on my hand, and he's like, why are you putting it on your ring finger? You're not married. He was like, this is what he asked me, y'all. He was like, why you not married? And I just started laughing, right? Like, and he was just like, oh, I know why you not married, because you wasn't ready to commit, huh? And I was like, sorry. When he said that, it kind of like, am I going to have to go through this for the remainder of my life? People asking me why. Because, you know, I don't want to be like, oh, I was married. Well, what happened? You know, because people always ask questions like, well, what happened? Why you not married no more? Girl, what happened? You could tell me. Or the guy always say, what happened? What's going on? You know, I don't want to keep reliving that moment. So when he asked, he was like, are you married? No. Because I mean, technically in God's eyes, I suppose I still am, but in, you know, the way with the court, I'm not married anymore. So I guess no means I don't need to answer that question. Don't back it up with any more. And then it's like, well, why are you not married? Why? Is it your fault? You wasn't ready for commitment? I'm like, shoot, you need to look at them. I'm thinking to myself, I wasn't ready for commitment. So it gave me this flashback, like when I was in court, when I filed against the whole divorce. Commitment, I was like ready for the commitment. But anyway, so I thought that was interesting. I thought that was very interesting. And then, you know, I thought it was interesting too that he was like, no, you're not supposed to wear it on your what's the name, finger. You're supposed to wear it, put it in somewhere else. Don't put it right here. And I was like, okay. But he didn't know that I was actually in there looking for something to put on the finger, because my finger, it feels funny without something around it. And I know I know I'm gonna get used to it. I mean, the rock was so big, I was gonna have to wear that thing on my middle finger. That would just been, I wouldn't say it would have been ridiculous just walking around with this huge turquoise rock. I don't even think it was turquoise. It was just like the most pretty blue, like the birthstone color of December. That's my mother's birthstone color. Just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. Absolutely. So yeah, so that was that. So needless to say, when I was looking at the rock, I saw that it had a flaw on it. It had a little I don't know, I may go in there and see what's up. I don't know. And you know, I also started doing this thing where I'm into like perfumes, the smell of certain stuff. And I asked myself this question, like, Mona, why do you want, you've been collecting perfumes like crazy. And I think I told y'all this before, that I get interested in something and then all of a sudden I'll have so much that I'll stop it and then I'll go on to something else. I guess that's just the whole, I don't know. And so I've been into certain fragrances because it makes me feel good. If I feel good, then I don't feel depressed. I don't feel whatever. I feel good because I smell good. And it makes me feel beautiful. I guess that in a way, you know, being transparent with y'all, it makes me feel loved. If you understand what I'm saying. I know some of y'all like, Mona, what the heck are you talking about? Some fragrances do make you feel like so off the chain. Like there was this one fragrance I was like, I just have to have. And I had it, and I'm telling you, I love the way it smells. Like right now, I have my perfect setups with all of my fragrances. They make me feel wonderful. Sometimes you need things like that. You don't need things like that. But I think it's a great thing to just offset your day by a perfect smell or a perfect scent. You know what I mean? It really is. You know, it's not like I have somebody special to be like, oh, babe, you smell really nice today. But just knowing you smell really good makes you feel good. You know? Even looking at a really good movie that puts you in a good mood. Those things, they're like change breakers. They can change a lot, you know? Yeah, but, you know. But I do like the rhinestones on the nails, though. I do like that. Do I got enough room to park right here, or did he take up all the space? He took up all the daggone space. Oh, my cousin parked for me, because I swear, trying to get around. She did. Thank you, Jesus. Like, y'all got to call her. Maybe like, Nikki, can you come out, please, so I can park in your... That's what my cousin does for me for the last 2 years. 2 years. I've had to hunt for parking. Parking is not easy. For the last 2 years, y'all. 2 years. That's okay, because you know what? God is going to bless me. He's already blessing me. But I'm going to go for a house that has a nice garage or a carport. That's what I'm going to do. Today's the 1st. Hold up. Something just came to my mind. Hold up. I forgot today is the 1st. Yeah, I can't wait to see my baby. Now one thing about those 2.5-year-olds, honey, they think they know everything. Oh, that looked like a parking space. Hold on, y'all. I can fit my car right there. Sure can. Let's see. Let's see. Can I fit my car right here? I don't like cars. When you know that there's another car behind you, or all of us need to park on the street, make some room for the next person. Am I hitting this car? Let me see if this is a eligible parking space. Hold on. I gotta make sure my tail ain't out, because if it is, somebody can hit me in the back. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Can do it, but I think I'm gonna call my cousin and tell her to come on out so she can move her car so I can park in her parking space. Hold on, y'all. All right, she said she coming on out. Let me back this bird out and turn it around. Yeah, but what was I about to say? Come on, you guys. Sorry, y'all. But then I have to remember, Mona, just be grateful. Just look at it like you got exercise, man. It's a lot of people don't got cars out here. Just be grateful. And that's another thing too. They still didn't sign over the title, and I'm trying not to have to take a trip to his attorneys and be like, well. So this is what the cave look like, the caves of the corrupts. This is the corrupt this is the corrupt crew. Yeah, we got Vulgar Man over here. We got, what's slim name? Matthew. And we got Carr. I know they be like, she always taunts us. I don't taunt them, but I mean, shoot. They better hurry up and send that title and have to show up there and be like, look at here. What's taking long? What's going on? Just wanted to pay a visit to see if your client went ahead and signed off. Y'all, parking around here is like, it's crucial. If you don't get parking, sometimes you'll be up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning trying to look for parking. I remember one time, and this is true. One time I was up until like 4 in the morning. You know, when I used to drive for Lyft or whatever. I was up like 4 something in the morning trying to look for parking. I was so pissed. I did a video and emailed my husband's attorneys. I know they like, this lady off the chain. I cannot U-turn this. Come on, I can make. Oh, I can make it. I know they like, this lady crazy. I told them, y'all better pray. Y'all know I was so frustrated. I said, y'all better pray. He better pray I found some parking, because I cannot go through this. Because of him, I'm going through this. Y'all, you know, I was tired. I needed to get home to my baby, and here it is, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm looking for parking while he at home resting. I told him, I hope this person don't think they're gonna park right here. Hurry up, hurry up. I don't mean to tell my cousin to hurry up. You know, some people be like, is she coming out of the parking spots? This is what we have to do. This is what we have to do. Let me tell you something about my cousin, Nikki. I love my cousin. I love all my family. But my cousin, she'll go to bat for me, for real. She let her sister move up in there with some dogs, cats. Ooh. She was there from day one with my mother when that whole visitation crap. Oh my God, what am I scraping? That's not like me to be. Oh, is my mirror? Wait a minute. Y'all hear that popping sound? It's going pop, pop. I think that's my axle. What am I scraping against? Sorry, y'all. I'm good at parking, but I don't know what's going. Is my mirror not turned the right way? What was that? I know I'm not scraping my tires. Let me tell you something. If you're going to have to park around here, you better know how to parallel park. I told my cousin, we some parallel parking queens. We will whip them joints in, squeezing that space. When you're trying to get home and you need some parking, honey, you will be able to put a daggone boat in the day. You will put a Titanic. Look, I can parallel park a Titanic. They be like, how in the world did you squeeze that in that spot? Because I got to get in the house. Let me get up in there, y'all. Y'all know what I got to do. See this? These are some pills I bought, right? I said, well, I need some gummies. Y'all, look at this. What'd that say? 50 plus? I said, hold up. These are supposed to be for the older people. All right, okay. Y'all, today was a long day. I'll tell you that much. It was a good day, though. It was a day of learning. And I had to speak to some people, too. I know some people at the job, they're intimidated by other people. And I had to tell them, don't you ever be intimidated by nobody. You're getting paid to be here. Your time is the essence and very important. You can't get that time back. So why tiptoe because they over there and we just don't want to enter the office? I'm just so sorry. Don't be sorry. What's the question? I didn't want to ask the question. Ask the question, because no question is a stupid question unless you don't ask the question. You know what? Y'all want to know some real stuff? I remember one time a couple of years ago, when I was doing real estate, I remember saying to my father-in-law, and as evil as he is, well, I don't mean to say it like that, forgive me, but you know what he said? Because I said, you know, I was dealing with one agent, and I said, sometimes I could be, I feel intimidated. He said, you should never, ever be intimidated by anyone. This is my father-in-law. He told me that. And you know what? He taught me something. That's why when I got in court, I wasn't intimidated. But no, I had to tell her that. I was like, don't ever be intimidated, ever, by anyone. I don't care if they're the CEO, the president. Don't, because guess what? They breathe and bleed just like you. And there is no difference. I used to say, what's the difference between... Even the Bible talks about there's no difference from a man and a dog, I suppose, when it comes to life. They both are here, right? They both have life in them. If the man dies... Or use, for example, what's the difference between a rich... What's the difference between a dead rich man and a poor man? Well, the man that's rich, he's dead, but the poor man has life. No, there's something to think about, I suppose. I gotta make sure I wasn't scraping those daggone wheels. Y'all, it feels wonderful out here. I mean, it feels fantastic. It feels like... Nikki, how many degrees is out here? She said, I don't know, but it ain't cold. It feels absolutely, positively delightful out here. It feels wonderful. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go because I gotta go see my baby. So y'all have a good night.